Hello everyone and welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti and this is an overview video for the Cruiser Class Tournament. This is the Phoenix Point Defense Fleet, the Phoenix Point Defense Fleet by Cool J. It is a dual vehicle entry. It has this thruster craft here. There's a lot of laser things on it, laser guided. I'm imagining this thing has a lot of missiles, judging by all the lasers on both this and on the flotilla here. Let's see, they are the Phoenix and the Flotilla of Pain. I believe this is the Phoenix. Yes, this is the Phoenix. This is the Flotilla of Pain. Oh, it's got its engine down here with repair bots. Oh, I'm not sure. Can repair bots deploy when the opening is blocked like that? I don't know if they can. I always make sure to leave that space open just in case, but I could be wrong. These missile warners, I believe missile warners still don't work underwater, so I'm not sure. Is this thing going to pull out of the water? Let's see what happens. No, it's sinking down in. Never thought about putting the missile warner on a spin block, though. That's a good idea. I don't think they'll work, though, because they're underwater. Or do they detect torpedoes now? That would be interesting. And, ooh, wow, that's quite a few missiles. See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 banks of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 49 missiles in here. And they all look like they're EMP and frag. Yep, EMP and frag. Variable thrusters, the 1500. So they're a little quicker than your standard missiles. It has a bunch of laser designators. And they're all connected in, it looks like. Doesn't have a whole lot of shields. I mean, it has shielding on the part of it that floats, and I guess that's why it's spelled Floatilla. It's oh, it's got those new battery generator things. They're super expensive, but they provide power for no resources. Well, battery power for no resources. No continued. They don't consume any resources to provide that power, but they're really expensive to build initially. Got some small cannons here, 18 millimeter. 2 shells racked. Looks like they are ammo input feeder fed. I'm not sure what 18 millimeters are gonna do, and like that's kind of a small shell. They are decently quick, but with them just being input fed, I don't think they're gonna do there's not gonna be a high enough rate of fire to do any real damage, unless maybe they're anti-missile cannons. Maybe. Somebody did not get the memo about the centralized resources. You do not need raw resource containers because I use the centralized resource system for this, and you get the resources listed at the bottom of the screen. Except that's supposed to be 50. Those are not right. I'm gonna have to go and check the map. Anyway. It really doesn't matter. With the amount of resources I give in a 10-minute fight, the ship's not going to be able to go through them all, probably. So, I guess it's not a big deal. But I'll make sure to match them back up with what I actually have. Anyway, so I can't find the here's the anti-missile cannon controller. Yeah, so they are anti-missile turrets. Right. A bunch of ammunition processors. Okay, I wonder how effective those... I haven't been able to make the anti-missile turrets very effective yet, but others could have. Now, you come here. Alright, so we've got 2 more cannons on this. This looks like an exact replica of the anti-missile cannons that are on the flotilla. And Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay. And then it has a 6-barreled, 150 millimeter minigun. Good accuracy rating. And I wonder what kind of shell it fires. Sabo and Sabo. I'm not sure why there's an AP capped head in a Sabo warhead body and then a Sabo head Sabo body. Maybe one's for the missiles, the anti-missile controllers. I've got Data Blades here for... Oh, so this thing is actually Data Blade powered. Interesting. Some jets on the back. It's pretty quick, too. 77 meters per second isn't bad. See, that just a... Oh, yeah. Again, I'm not sure if repair bots work if the actual opening that releases them is blocked. Man, it's really loud in there. I could be wrong. I'll have to actually test that, because I've just kind of assumed that they don't, and then built around that fact. This also has some missiles. Missiles are very popular in this tournament. I mean, myself, I did them. Laser designated. Oh, these are torpedoes. Okay. At least this one is. It's kind of interesting how he's got them laid out in here. There's some EMPs. These are... No, those are... Oh, they're both... They have torpedo propellers and variable thrusters on them. So if they hit the water, they can still move. Huh, interesting. What thrust does he have the variable thruster at? 1,000? Yeah, they're going to have a hard time catching anything that goes over like 50 meters per second at 1,000 thrust. 1,000 thrust. But that's interesting. He's got some pure frag, some pure EMP. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them. Let's see. Does he have anything up here in the wedge part? Or oh, that's where all that stuff is. Okay. Let's take a look at the engine that he has. Or that is in here. Basically 2400 power at 167 power per fuel. That's really loud. It's a pretty efficient engine. It's really space efficient, I'll give it that. It's small. It's got 2 of them. The ammo racks in the back. Wonder if those are... Yeah, those are probably the only ammo racks seeing as it only has 3,200 ammo. There's a lot of excess power. From the looks of it, he could dump an entire one of these engines and would still be fine. Unless I'm just missing something. Oh, I suppose that's to charge the battery when the battery does run out. That makes sense. Max speed of 3 meters per second. That is wrong. That's because of the flotilla. Because it just sits there, it looks like. That could be an issue against faster enemies. These two could end up doing a little dance and flying away from the flotilla and basically making it ineffective. Just remove it from the equation just by not fighting near it. Let's see here. And I'm worried about the lack of shielding on the flotilla, because it only has shields that cover the portion that floats above the water, but shells can easily come in at like this angle, hit, and then punch into this area pretty easy. But we will see. Who knows? I could be completely wrong and the design could be super effective. Who knows? Let's go with a bulwark here, or not bulwark, plunderer. A bulwark would be way too much. Plunderer, and showcase their combat capabilities here. Oh, it spawned right underneath the Phoenix. Yep, those anti-missile cannons are doing their thing. And yeah, that missile strike, if it lands, that is a lot of missiles. That is a lot of missiles. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful strike. The anti-missile cannons are plugging away at the flares. I always find that amusing. They may have actually been hitting the plunderer there for a minute. It's a little close, but those missiles are really agile. They can make that turn no problem. Like, they're coming straight down by the time they hit. They make that turn without much issue. Oh, I'm collecting resources from the destroyed plunderer. That's funny. Yeah, obviously cram cannons are not going to have a whole lot of success hitting something that fast. Those oh! I thought they were going to... Oh, yeah, but the flotilla took a hit. There was a pretty big explosion there. Yeah, many of the missiles have been damaged now. Let's see if the repair bots release. Oh, they actually do release, despite being blocked. Okay, well, that's good to know for the future. I don't have to worry about that and make space. Repairing it up, doing a pretty good job. Looks like this... Oh, yeah, the Phoenix Point's defense fleet is going to destroy this plunderer. No problem. Easy win for it. That missile volley is... That's pretty impressive. Look at how much of a hole it drilled into there. Oh god, that's loud. And then they got the missiles from the Phoenix coming in as well. I'm not seeing any shells coming from it though, from the gun. Turn off the interface so I can see better. Missiles are definitely coming in, but I don't see any shells. I could just be missing them. They are sabos, so they're probably pretty fast. No, the gun does not seem to be firing at the moment. Maybe it's on a reload cycle. Yeah, it was on a reload cycle. Okay. It's a pretty decent rate of fire there. Seems I'm into... Oh, there are the tracers. Not sure how well they'll show up in the actual video after it's rendered, but... They are there. They are doing things. Yeah, I can see this being a pretty powerful competitor, honestly. Cool J was saying that he'd be surprised if he won anything, but this seems like it'd be pretty powerful as long as the flotilla doesn't get targeted. If the flotilla comes under fire, it's going to die pretty quick. I think, because it just doesn't have the shielding. It will take hits down in here, and then it will probably sink or tilt, and that will throw off its missiles. And if the missiles do get hit, they kind of do chain react and blow each other up a little bit, as we saw earlier. Oh, and I don't think the Phoenix has IFF on its missiles there, because it just missiled its own ship. Yep, those combined missile torpedoes are coming in and damaging its friend because it doesn't have another target anymore. The plunderer apparently died. Yeah, that is a problem. Friendly fire, not so friendly. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, this was the Phoenix Point Defense Fleet by Cool J. It's a neat design. I like the flotillas, the idea of the flotilla. I would personally like to have more shielding on my craft than that, but I like the idea of just basically a fortress without the fortress parts that just fires a whole bunch of missiles. I'm a fan of missiles, despite them being rather underpowered at the moment, just because of how easy they are to defeat. Their tracking systems are very easy to defeat with flares and smoke and such. So, anyway, I wish Cool J luck, and I'll see him on the battlefield.